eBay's changing their shipping and everything's coming to an end. The world is crashing. It's all over. Reselling is dead. Let's all panic. I'm just kidding. Hey, how's it going? There you go, pal Jim. Super Picker Flip and Duo. I've been doing this 14 years, and I know better than to panic when eBay changes something, including shipping, which we all do as resellers every single day. I am working, so I'm not going to be staring at the camera the whole time. So yeah, eBay's going to a managed shipping thing. We think nobody really knows what that looks like. We have an idea based on other things they do across the globe. We think they're going to go to a model that basically every other platform does, which is we don't collect the money for shipping. The platform collects the money for shipping, right? So if you sell on Mercari, on Poshmark, on Depop, on Whatnot, on Vinted, on every other platform but eBay, the seller does not deal with the shipping cost. We put in the dimensions, the weights, all of that to let the platform know what to charge the customer for shipping. The platform then charges the customer for shipping. We don't have anything to do with that except for giving the information, right? So eBay, we think, which is why we don't panic, because we don't know, right? There's no cause for panic right now. eBay's not going for a cash grab. They're really not. eBay's trying to simplify things because they know that they're behind the ball here. They know they're losing customers because of confusion. That's what this is. It's confusing to see that one seller's charging shipping, one price for shipping, another is charging another price for shipping, another is offering free shipping, but their price is way up here because of that. Another seller doesn't know what they're doing. Their price is way down here with free shipping. Another seller accidentally put in 100 pounds when it should have been 10 pounds, and their shipping price is like, it's just confusing. And buyers don't like it. So eBay's trying to simplify their platform. That's all it is. That's all it is. They're trying to give a consistent experience to the buyer. That's all it is. They're not trying to take money from sellers. They're trying to bring more buyers to the platform. They're trying to make it better for buyers. Now, how things are going to change for the seller, I don't know. It sounds like eBay's going to collect the money directly based on the wording in this update that happened like last week, by the way, or 2 weeks ago almost. And I just didn't do a video about it because I don't know, right? I'm not going to put information out there and say this is what's going to happen. Everybody panic or don't panic, or whatever. I'm not going to speak in terms of of this might happen, this might not happen. And I'm still speaking in those terms, although there's a little bit more clarity now. That I've looked into like other parts of the world and what they're doing. And I can safely, I think, say that eBay is and I'm not 100%, right? eBay is going to collect the money. It's going to bypass a seller. I don't think they're going to then ask the seller for additional fees, because we're not collecting the shipping money. So how can they ask us for fees on that, right? Like, that's not part of the sale then. So, but eBay is going to be giving up a lot of money in those fees. So, yeah, so don't panic. There's no reason to panic yet. We don't know what's going on. Now, if eBay collects shipping money and then still charges us fees for collecting that money, I think that's kind of a dick move. And that would be not cause for panic, but cause for like, maybe eBay is not not the best platform to sell on if they're going to collect fees for services that have nothing to do with me. You know, but no other platform is doing that. And I think by simplifying their fee structure, they're going to bring in more customers that will then alleviate the need to collect those fees from the sellers, because they'll make more money by producing more sales for their sellers. And this is not going well. I'm trying to remove pictures from this black photo paper, which is such a pain in the butt, but yeah, and I'm ending up like this. So based on what they do in like the UK and other parts of the world, eBay collects the money, the buyer selects the service they want to pay for shipping through the service that they trust. eBay collects that money. We never see it as sellers, and we ship it out according to the buyer's wishes. That's it. The world is not coming to an end. It's really not. Like I said, eBay could be a jerk and say, hey, sellers, we're still going to charge you 15% on those shipping fees, even though you have nothing to do with it. You have no control over the shipping service. You have no control over the shipping the speed or anything like that. They could do that, and that would be awful. And I'm destroying this picture. So yeah, that would be bad. So we'll see how eBay decides to handle that part of it. I don't think they'll do that. I think they would have a mild mutiny on their hand if they did do that. Because the last thing eBay wants to do is lose sellers, right? You know, take a platform like Amazon. Amazon can alienate all of their sellers, and it doesn't matter because Amazon sells themselves, right? They're a seller themselves. They don't care if you sell for them or not. They'll make their fees on you gladly. And that's a big part of their business, but they sell on their own. So if you sell on Amazon, great. If not, that's fine by them. It's less competition for them too. So they'll make more money by being able to charge more with less sellers, or they'll make more money by charging you fees for selling on their platform. It's a win-win for them either way. eBay doesn't have that. eBay is not a seller. So they need their sellers to survive. Last thing they want to do is lose sellers. They don't want to shrink their platform. They want to grow their platform at all costs, by any means, right? So they're not looking to screw us. They're looking to push the envelope as much as they can, get as much out of us as they can without complaint, without losing too many, without slowing down growth. They certainly want to do that. But they're not going to make a change so drastic that people are going to leave. And I just, ruined that picture. So really, and at this point, being a couple of weeks out from any kind of change and a couple of months out to a year out from any kind of significant change, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it yet. We're not there, right? We're only at the announcement stage, which is really not anywhere near anything significant. So really don't panic. That's all. I mean, there's a lot of sellers, a lot of YouTubers out there that are like, oh, everything is ending. I'm leaving now. I've heard that. I'm switching platforms right now. Why? You don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people that I've watched, I don't watch a ton, but the ones that I have watched, they're reading the information and then they're translating it. They're interpreting it wrong. Like they're reading it and then they're saying that, XYZ, this is going to happen. And it's like, that's not what it says at all. Like clearly you've never dealt with business, legalese, or documents or anything like that. Like you don't know how to read these things. So don't give advice like that. Because it's not going to be every order. It's going to be based on size, location, things like that. So, and it's not, we just don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know until it happens. And you can't panic about something if you don't know what's going to happen. Like, just don't, just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Everything will work out. Honestly, they're trying to make it better. So we gotta just kind of hope that they know what they're doing. They've tested this stuff in other markets, right? That's why it's coming here, because they've tested it elsewhere and it worked. So they want to bring it here, and we'll see. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them saying, hey, this worked overseas somewhere, whatever country, and we want to bring it here because it worked well. Okay, let's see it in action. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it does. I think I tore this one too. So. Pictures were not meant to come out of this black paper stuff. It really wasn't. So, that's it. That's it. I'm just here to say, if you watch a YouTuber out there and he's telling you the world is coming to an end, everything is changing, it's horrible, hold that thought. Don't act on it. Be patient. Let things play out. Let's see what happens. Right? Because we don't know. And you can't panic. Did a good job on that one. We can't panic until we know. We don't have all the information. We only have an announcement and wording from an updated terms of service. That's it. And the terms of service wording is vague, which is always on purpose. Terms of service is always purposefully vague and filled with legalese type of wording. And that's to benefit the company that wrote it always. So, so there's that. We just have to be patient and sit back and wait. And best case scenario, not a whole lot changes, right? If we offer free shipping like I do, and I'm going to suggest always free shipping, and get to know your shipping pricing, because as basically we're professional shippers, right? That's what we do. Learn it. We're going to come out unscathed, because, or we'll come out benefiting from this, really. Because so now we're going to have eBay charging shipping. We're not going to be charging shipping, so we can lower our prices, not worry about the shipping costs, because eBay is going to handle that on their end. We just have to be competitively priced. So that's not a bad thing. That's really not. So that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. We'll catch you next time.